Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Before we begin, go ahead and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any content, and leave a like to help our channel grow. All of our socials are in the description down below, but without further ado, let's get started. The Seattle Mariners made their first major addition to the 40-man roster this offseason, signing Chris Flexen to a 2-year, $4.75 million contract. The move came as a bit of a shock as Flexen hasn't really been that successful in short stints in the big leagues, but he is coming off of a great season in the KBO. In 2020, Flexen threw 116.2 innings, posting a 3.01 ERA, a 2.74 FIP, a 10.18 K per 9, and walked just 2.31 batters per 9 innings pitched. But it appears that Flexen's success can't simply be written off as pitching against an inferior competition. After all, the 26-year-old was a legitimate prospect in a pretty decent Mets farm system before his struggles in the big leagues. So, what changed? When he was with the Mets, Flexen sat 91 to 94 miles per hour with his fastball, featured good control, a fringe changeup, and a pretty solid breaking ball. But despite the breaking ball being his best pitch, he rarely used it with the Mets. In fact, despite Flexen's curveball sitting in the 84th percentile in spin rate in 2019, he only threw the pitch about 6% of the time, and when he did, it was pretty well crushed. However, Flexen committed to using that pitch more in the KBO, and as such, the rest of his stuff played up as well. Flexen comes straight downhill from his 6'5" frame, creating angle issues for most hitters. Despite the lack of plus velocity, Flexen appears able to live comfortably at the top of the zone, where opponents hit just 117 in the KBO. This pairs well with his big overhand curveball, a combination that has served many pitchers well over the years, including former Seattle Mariners starter Aaron Seeley. Flexen's role is still not known, as most believe he is best used as a multi-inning reliever. Think about guys like Chris Davinsky or possibly Seth Lugo. However, there's a vesting option for a third year worth $8 million if Flexen pitches 150 innings in 2022 or 300 innings combined in 2021 and 2022. These incentives would seem to indicate that the Mariners at least sold Flexen on the idea that he's going to get an opportunity to compete for a rotation spot this spring. Flexen will have pretty good odds to make the rotation as well, as right now the Mariners currently only have 3 starting pitchers locked in to their 2021 rotation. So Flexen looks to be headed towards a competition with Justin Dunn, Nick Markavicius, LJ Newsome, and possibly Logan Gilbert for one of the final 3 spots, giving him pretty good odds of making the rotation right now, but we'll have to see if and when the Mariners make additions to the rotation. When all is said and done, if Flexen is a solid reliever, the Mariners will control him through his age 28 season at a cost of just $8.75 million for 3 years. If not, he's a lottery ticket that will ultimately account for less than 1/25th of the team's total payroll over the next 2 seasons. But let us know what you guys think of the Flexen signing in the comments down below. Remember to subscribe to the channel and consider becoming a patron to gain access to our weekly Mariners podcast. If you're unsure about joining, you can now listen to individual episodes of our podcast for $1 each. Link will be in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Peace out.